So I've been starting slow, starting my day slow, starting my work slow, starting new art slow, just kind of like any project, any new day, any new thing, by starting slow. And it has exponentially helped my brain, especially with how messed up everything is right now and how scary everything feels. Starting slow has like helped with my fear and my anger and my anxiety. And I think a lot of that comes from what I've read from David Lynch ever since he died. Been reading a lot of quotes and watching a lot of videos from him. And he was into transcendental meditation, which is like a very specific style of meditation that kind of picked up in the 70s or 80s or something like that. And it's a little cultish for sure, but it helps a lot of people. And if you're into that kind of thing, like you kind of have to pay into it, but you don't have to. You can just easily Google things about it and find out for yourself. But anyway, there are different styles of meditation, different ways to meditate, different things like that. And I've kind of been playing with a bunch of those, especially in the morning and especially at night, as a way to start my morning and start it slow, and a way to start my night and start my night slow. And I think it's helped a lot with art making. And I want to read you this quote from David Lynch that says, "You can catch ideas at a deeper level when you start meditating. Intuition grows, and intuition is the number one tool for an artist. Feeling and thinking combined. When you are working on a painting, it's like you know, and you enjoy the doing so much. It's the same way with films. The enjoyment of working increases. The enjoyment of everything increases. The ideas are flowing, and the feeling that you can just get it to feel correct. You know what that is. It's a knowingness that grows. It's really beautiful." So a few years ago, I made it a point to quit alcohol for a year, and I was successful. I did it. And during that time, I needed something else to do to fill my brain. And so what I would start doing was going on long bike rides and long walks, usually in the morning, to start my day slow. And little did I know that during that time, I was actually meditating. I didn't really, every time I would try to like walk or ride my bike with music, it always felt like a distraction from what was going on around me. And so I stopped doing that, and it allowed me to be fully present in the walk, in the ride, connecting with nature, like seeing the bugs and watching the sky change. And like sometimes I would just think through things that I had been processing from the day before, or like things I need to do from the day. And it was just time to allow myself to be with myself and with nature, but also kind of nowhere at the same time. And if I started to get anxious, my heart rate would go up, and so I would recognize that, and I would be like, okay, well, I have to calm down because I have to keep my heart rate level to finish this ride or finish this walk. And it was a way to meditate, and I had no idea. And I started reading this book recently. I think it's this one. I read this one, Wherever You Go, There You Are, by Jon Kabat-Zinn. Sorry if I said that wrong. And he talks about walking meditation. And I didn't know walking meditation was a thing. And basically I had been doing that all that time. And I noticed a drastic change in my like mental health and my anxiety and stuff like that during that year. I mean, I'm obviously quitting alcohol probably had a good hand in that too. But I really do think like the walking and the riding my bike helped. Because even when I would do that after, like it just exponentially like changed my mental state. Even when I go on bike rides now, like my brain, I'm so fully present on my bike ride that I'm just like, wow, everything's great, everything's fun. But anyway, I think as artists, it's good to start things slow and try to find ways to not be so stuck in your head. Like David Lynch said, like the intuition starts to kick in once you're more present and once you're more in tune with yourself and the world and and stuff like that. So maybe give something like that a try. Maybe start your morning by reading. Maybe start your morning by getting up earlier and like stretching, or I don't know. I think I know I have this privilege of like I work from home and I also work as an artist, but that doesn't mean like my days aren't stressful. I still have to find time to do this kind of stuff. I have to find time to promote myself. I have to find time to do a lot of other little things. But you know, I think there's just ways to find even like 5 minutes to like just sit and be quiet, or sit and read, or sit and stretch and be in your body and just recognize that you're here right now. Yeah, that totally changed my art, and so hopefully something like that can help you. I know this is a short video of me just kind of rambling, but aren't all my videos just me kind of rambling? Okay, that's all I got. Hopefully you can implement something like this into your art practice, or just if you're not an artist, into your life in general, and see the ripple effect it has. And you're not gonna be perfect at it right away, but you know, with everything, practice makes perfect. So, all right, check you later.